Red Bun means we're live, a casual take with your boy Steven Pepper, here to even take off my chest. Took a little 3 day break. We're never doing that again. I really want to come on here and talk about Chris Paul deciding to likely play his final season in a reunion with the Los Angeles Clippers. And just like the Bradley Beal signing, I'm seeing a lot of people on Twitter anointing this team as a top 4 seed in the West, a legit title contender. And just like I said last week, heard this one before. Depth, defense, star power. Heard this one before. I forget that the Clippers are possibly the oldest team in the history of the league next season. Depends how their rotation shapes up. What have the Clippers done to deserve the level of PR that they have? Seriously. Like every season, they're penciled in as a top contender in the West. All their moves are seen as smart, needle movers, product of a well-run organization, but they haven't won squat. Oh, but 14 straight winning seasons, that's impressive. It is, don't get me wrong. The Clippers have won about 40 to 50 games for the last 14 years. That's impressive. But you know what's more impressive? The fact that they haven't made the finals in any of those 14 seasons. That's impressive to me. Because there's been teams throughout history who have won similar winning streaks, but it didn't end in a championship ring. Like think the Jazz with Malone and Stockton. I think the Blazers with Clyde Drexler up in there. They went 14 plus straight seasons winning, but never had a championship. But they at least went to the finals. Okay, multiple finals, if that. The Clippers haven't even sniffed the finals. What is it? One Western Conference Finals? And yet, the Clippers are treated like proven champions, like been there, done that. And unless I'm missing something, where are people getting this trust with the Clippers at? Like, compare it to the Lakers. The PR couldn't be more opposite. Every season, the Lakers are treated like this play-in team, barely making the playoffs. All their signings are bad, overrated, desperate. Marcus Smart, not a needle mover. But Chris Paul makes the Clippers legit title contenders. But last time I checked, the Lakers actually have won this decade. They have. The Clippers haven't. The Clippers shouldn't even have the best PR in their own city. And yet they do. They have some of the best PR in the league. And to me, it just doesn't feel earned. The Lakers have actually made a conference finals more recently than the Clippers. But if you just hear all the discourse around the Lakers, it's mixed opinion. It's overrated, bad decisions, El Palenka. But the Clippers get all this good positive PR on everything they do, but they haven't won anything. They haven't. I get 14 straight winning seasons, but you're still one of the 5 teams in the game right now who have not even made the finals. Not even made the finals. You know how crazy it is? The Clippers have been around for 56 seasons. That's older than my mom, right? But I guess if you want to count only when they were in Los Angeles, not San Diego, not Buffalo Braves, then it's the last 40 seasons. And if you want to get really specific, when Steve Ballmer took over from Donald Sterling, it's been 10 years, okay? But speaking of 10, the Clippers are one of 10 teams who haven't even won the championship in general. And that number, by the way, is decreasing. It is, because we're in this era of parity, and there have been many teams during this Clippers winning streak reign that have won their first championship. And I'm going to list a few. The Toronto Raptors, a Canadian team, won a championship for the Clippers, and they did it with the Clippers guy, Kawhi Leonard. The Lakers, just a reminder, the big brother in Los Angeles who built their team in the same offseason in 2019 as the Clippers, won a championship. The Milwaukee Bucks won their first title in 40 years. The Golden State Warriors. Now you might be saying the Warriors are a dynasty. Yeah, but they took a couple of years off their dynasty, butchered a bunch of draft picks, gave the Clippers a little window for them to go at least make the finals, and they didn't. So the Warriors are like, okay, I'm just going to win another one. The Denver Nuggets won their first finals in NBA in the history of their organization. And the Oklahoma City Thunder, the team that the Clippers traded with to kickstart their new era in Los Angeles, gave them Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for Paul George. Yeah, OKC won their first title in Oklahoma City. So again, you could tell me about the 14 straight winning seasons. I get that, but they haven't won anything. And it's the same thing I said about the Bradley Beal thing. Yeah, can the Clippers make the conference finals with this roster? They look good on paper, okay? They do. But last time I checked, basketball isn't played on paper. It's played on the court with able bodies. And adding Chris Paul and Bradley Beal doesn't change the fact that this team is still a bad knee, back, hamstring, bright lights away from imploding on themselves. That's how they lost in each of the last 14 seasons in Clipperland. And actually, Chris Paul and Bradley Beal, 40 years old, injury prone, it makes it worse. And for some reason, this team gets, top tier contender nods when they're possibly the oldest team in the history of the game. Like, this team would have been cool when I was in high school, but now I'm not. I graduated college. This team feels like it was built like 3 years too late. But you compare that to the Lakers average team, despite LeBron being 40, Lakers average age is 27. And they do not get the hype like this. But the Clippers, who haven't won anything, who have the oldest roster possibly in the history of the NBA, are getting all this positive PR. It's like one of the best teams in the Western Conference. And it's like, maybe they are, but they haven't earned all this hype year after year. And unless I'm missing something, someone let me know. I appreciate everyone for tuning in to this episode of A Casual Take. Follow my social media, stay updated on all things related to the show. Until next time, see ya.